According to UN experts, South Sudan is on the verge of finalizing a $13 billion loan backed by oil from a company based in the United Arab Emirates. Greetings, everyone. Today we will be delving into a significant development concerning South Sudan. It appears that the country is on the verge of securing an enormous oil-backed loan worth $13 billion from a prominent UAE company. This loan would mark a historic milestone as the largest ever oil-backed loan for South Sudan. However, it is crucial to note that this loan would heavily tie up a substantial portion of the country's revenue for an extended period. South Sudan has encountered numerous challenges in its oil production, ranging from ongoing conflicts in Sudan to operational difficulties with oil wells. Additionally, the nation is grappling with existing debts related to oil and is facing mounting pressure to implement a peace agreement and prepare for upcoming elections. Without further delay, let us proceed with our in-depth analysis. Despite the challenges South Sudan faces in handling debts supported by its oil reserves, UN experts report that the country is on the verge of finalizing a $13 billion loan from a company based in the United Arab Emirates. According to a report submitted to the UN Security Council by a panel of experts, loan documents they have reviewed suggest that the agreement with Hamad bin Khalifa Department of Projects would constitute South Sudan's most substantial oil-backed loan to date. According to the experts overseeing the arms embargo on South Sudan, as stated in the oil section of the report acquired by the Associated Press this week, it is projected that repaying this loan would potentially consume a significant portion of South Sudan's revenue for an extended period, contingent upon oil prices. The Dubai-based organization known as the Hamad bin Khalifa Department of Projects lacks a publicly available phone number, and its website is currently non-functional. Additionally, attempts to contact the company via email were unsuccessful as the message was returned. The UAE mission to the United Nations refused to provide any information, citing the fact that Hamad is a privately owned entity. After enduring years of devastating civil war resulting in the loss of countless lives, South Sudan finally achieved independence from Sudan in 2011. Today, the nation relies heavily on its oil industry to sustain its economy. Following its independence, South Sudan engaged in a domestic conflict spanning from 2013 to 2018. This internal strife came to a resolution when President Salva Kiir and Vice President Riek Machar reached a power-sharing agreement and established a coalition government. Presently, South Sudan faces external pressure from the United States and other countries to expedite the implementation of the 2018 peace accord, which brought an end to the civil war, and to make necessary preparations for upcoming elections. In the most recent report from the US Energy Information Administration, it is revealed that South Sudan had an average daily production of approximately 149,000 barrels of liquid fuels in 2023. To transport its oil to international markets, the landlocked nation relies on Sudan's pipelines and has reached an agreement with the Sudanese government. As part of this agreement, Sudan collects transit fees of $23 per barrel for the exported oil, which is shipped from Port Sudan. In February, South Sudanese Information Minister Michael Makwei-Lueth addressed the media, attributing the decline in South Sudan's oil exports to external factors, such as the ongoing civil war in Sudan. Furthermore, he noted that the heavy floods from the previous rainy season had resulted in waterlogged oil wells, which were not yet functioning at full capacity. According to the experts' report, the section discussing oil reveals that the loan from the UAE company, which was signed by South Sudan's Minister of Finance between December and February, is divided into multiple tranches. As per the provided documents, approximately 70% of the loan will be designated for infrastructure initiatives, with an initial payment exceeding $5 billion, as stated by the panel. After a grace period of 3 years, the loan will be backed by the supply of crude oil for a maximum duration of 17 years. Serious concerns were raised by the panel of experts regarding the debts of South Sudan, which are heavily reliant on oil. As a result of a $700 million loan received from Qatar National Bank in 2012, South Sudan faced a loss in a case at the International Centre for Settlement of Investment Disputes. At the time the panel completed its report, the tribunal had not yet made a determination regarding the government's financial obligation. However, according to the Sudan Tribune's Sunday report, South Sudan has been instructed to compensate with a sum exceeding $1 billion. In addition, the panel of experts has verified that the Eastern and Southern African Trade and Development Bank is owed a substantial sum of $151.97 million by the government, resulting from a prior oil-related agreement. The original plan for South Sudan was to conduct elections prior to February 2023. However, this schedule was delayed in August of the previous year, and the new date set is December 2024. Just a few weeks after the deputy, who was once his rival, suggested delaying the elections, South Sudan's president cautioned lawmakers against holding on to power, emphasizing the need for a smooth transition. According to the panel of experts, reaching this milestone would be of great significance, as they cautioned that the country's leaders must act quickly to prevent escalating tensions and conflicts resulting from differing expectations. The humanitarian crisis in South Sudan, as observed by experts, is a matter of great concern. According to the UN, approximately 9 million out of the country's 12.5 million population require humanitarian assistance and protection. Additionally, the influx of refugees escaping the conflict in Sudan has added to the complexity of providing aid to those affected by the internal strife in South Sudan. To support our channel's growth and ensure broader awareness, kindly hit the like and subscribe buttons. This will help us reach more individuals and disseminate valuable information. Thank you in advance.